Good morning, everybody, and welcome back for your weekly energy forecast and oracle reading. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Debbie, and I'm a psychic medium and Reiki practitioner and your general garden variety woo-woo lady. So as we do every week, we're going to take cards out for the beginning of the week, for the middle of the week, and the end of the week, just to help us to navigate our way forward and give us practical tips as to what we can do with the energy this week. Okay, so today and tomorrow being Monday and Tuesday, let's see. We have the Ace of Pentacles again. I think we had the Ace of Pentacles last week too. Okay, so with this card here for today and tomorrow, I'm getting a very let's get on with it kind of energy. Let's get cracking, let's get moving, let's start making our ideas and dreams and visions practical. That's the energy I get with this card. I also feel like this card is to do with us receiving either a nudge or help from others. I feel like we're being supported today and tomorrow. It's almost, and I'm hearing Spirit say green for go. So this is a really get on with it, let's get moving, let's get cracking kind of energy. Lovely, lovely stuff. That's exactly what we need for a Monday and a Tuesday, that's for sure. Okay, so let's get some wisdom from the wisdom of the oracle. That card just fell out, and it's called Higher Power. So here, I'm hearing Spirit say, yes, we're going to be getting a nudge today and tomorrow from the higher power, as in Source, Spirit, God, Creator. But to also to trust that these new beginnings that we're going into, these things we're being guided to do or to start, we're being guided, I'm hearing. We need to trust that there's a higher power at play. We don't have to do this all by ourselves. Also, what I'm hearing with this is trusting that we are also more powerful ourselves than what we actually think we are, right? We hold more power than we think. So there's a lot of momentum behind this card. This card is all about moving forward, new things, new business, new money, new job, new. And there's momentum behind this. And the momentum, Spirit is saying, has got a lot to do with our why. As in knowing, why do we want these new beginnings? What is this new beginning going to do for us? When we know our why, then it goes easier. Then we get what we want. Then it gets off the ground a lot easier when we know our why. Okay? So there's that. Now let's use a new deck that I've been dying to use. It's called the Shaman's Dream Oracle by Colette Baron Reid. The artwork on this deck is just mind-blowing. So let's see, what do we have? Monday, Tuesday. Funnily enough, it says lost in space, needing direction. Okay, so interesting. Here we have new beginnings, fresh starts, moving forward. I'm getting a lot of go energy with this. And then the higher power, as in we're being supported by a higher power, trusting in our own higher power. And then this card says needing direction. So here, what I'm hearing with this, it's going to be important to not try and do all of this by yourself, right? So co-create with Spirit, with Source, yes, but also allow yourself to be supported by others as well, right? Don't feel like you have to go through everything all by yourself. Ask for support and accept the support when it is given. Because when we make a decision that we want to do something and we want to achieve something, that support will come. We just need to be open to receiving that support. But that support is not going to come unless we know what we want and we know our why. Okay, so there's that. Now let's have a look and see, what do we have for the middle of the week, aka Wednesday and Thursday. What do we have? We have the Devil. Okay, now this card always looks a bit scary and the Devil, but it's actually got nothing to do with that at all. What this card talks about for the middle of the week is be careful of fears. Be careful of your inner demons that seem to hold you back. Now the inner demons are not demons. They're more thought processes, beliefs. Again, that's why I'm hearing in the beginning of this week, we need to know our why. Because whenever we start something new, again, we have this airplane analogy. Whenever we take off, we hit resistance. But when the airplane hits resistance, it doesn't just come back down to earth again. It faces the obstacles, and it just keeps going. So Monday, Tuesday has this go, let's go forward energy. Midweek, we have what feels like obstacle. And the obstacle is going to be there. It's resistance, and it's resistance that gets the plane to go higher. So face the resistance in midweek for what it is. The resistance we're going to be feeling midweek is purely based on fear. What if I can't do this? What if I fail? What if? They're just fears. So just acknowledge them for what they are and see them. You acknowledge them. You know that they're there, but they're not running the show. Okay? You are running the show here, not your fears. Right? Also with this card is a little bit of temptation. So be careful of being tempted to going back to your old ways of being, your old ways of doing things, your old programming, being stuck in a rut. Be careful of being tempted to stay back there, because better the devil you know than the devil you don't. Right? Careful of that. It's time for new territory. But again, we have to face obstacles, we have to face our fears, and we have to face our resistance to get to where we want to be. Okay, interesting middle of the week, interesting plot twist. Okay, let's see, what wisdom is here from the wisdom of the oracle for the midweek. We have time to go. Now here, if you look at this lady, she's going up this like wooden stairway to like a little doorway there in the distance, and she's leaving little sparkles wherever she goes. So this card has got a beautiful feel to it. This is about moving rather than the potential sadness of putting something behind us, but instead it's filling us with this anticipation of what good is behind this door, right? Where are we going, right? It's time to go away from what's been holding us back, from what is familiar, and move forwards towards something new, and to trust the process of that, right? So that's interesting, a really interesting midweek here. Okay, let's see what guidance is here to elaborate on that from the Shaman's Dream. It says feast of plenty, choices and their consequences. Okay, so here we have, it looks like a beautiful, I'm assuming it to be like a crystal ball, right? So this card is all about potential. So remember at the beginning of the week we had new beginnings, we're facing our fears, we're facing limitation, right? We know we have to go towards what we want, because on the other side of what we want is, sorry about that, on the other side of fear is what we want, right? So here we have all that we want, whether it be more prosperity, more love, more health, more everything of what we really want and need is always on the other side of our fears. So we're being asked to choose, right? As in, which way do we want to go? Do we want to stay in the old and stuck and familiar, right? Or do we want to go forward? Sorry about that. I forgot to put my phone on bloody silent. Sorry, so there's calls coming through. Sorry. Okay, so yeah, so we get the gist of that. We've got to face our fears, go towards what we want, and then we have the plenty on the other side of our fears. So we have to go through our fears first. Okay, let's see, what do we have for Friday and the weekend? Let's have a look. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. What energy do we have? We have the Two of Swords. Now this card is all about the truth. This is about cutting to the chase. This is about being real, being authentic, being true to yourself and true to others. And there's also a speed that I always feel with this card. It's like cutting things off, getting to the gist of a matter, getting to the point, right? Cutting to the chase, putting behind you, I'm hearing, what doesn't serve you, and you're going to cut it off, literally just like that. So in other words, come the weekend, there's going to be these things that we would have been facing in the middle of the week, these fears, these old beliefs, these old ways of doing things, come the weekend, we're cutting them off. Like we're realizing, you know, this belief actually doesn't serve me anymore, or this obstacle doesn't serve me. Let me just throw it in the bin. Okay, so cutting it off, putting it behind you, right? And then also with this card, I'm hearing the word forgiveness. So forgiveness is going to be needed. Forgiveness for yourself, where you feel you've been letting yourself down, and also forgiveness and compassion for others, for they, as that saying goes, please forgive them because they know not what they do, right? So forgiveness is in order. Then let's see what guidance do we have from the wisdom of the oracle for Friday and the weekend. Flexible. Okay, so here, Friday and the weekend, we're cutting things off, we're putting the past behind us. Let's also be flexible with that, right? In other words, not everything has to be our way or the highway. So yes, certain things do need to be cut out of our lives. Certain fears, beliefs, obstacles need to be cut out, definitely. But certain things do need a little bit of patience. So do be patient with yourself, be patient with others. And I'm hearing Spirit say, watch how the wind blows because you've been guided. So do be flexible towards the end of this week. Okay, now let's see what guidance we have from the Shaman's Dream. Friday and weekend, we have, wow, look at this. Okay, we had this cut off. Let's put the past behind. Let's get rid of what doesn't work. Let us be flexible about it. We don't have to throw everything right in the bin. Maybe we can salvage a thing or two, right? Let's be flexible. Let's be compassionate. And here we have the wailing tree. It says reconciliations. So this weekend coming looks like it's a bit of a interesting one where relationships are concerned, right? So here I'm hearing hold on tight because it's a clearing. So I would say towards the end of this week, be mindful of your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, whatever it is that's coming up. Be careful of impatience. I'm seeing all the fieriness in this tree. So this tells me a lot of anger. You might be feeling anger. Others might be feeling some anger. Whatever you do, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. I'm hearing that loud and clear. So maybe certain behavioral patterns need to go. However, if you're in a relationship that's causing you agony, causing you pain, causing you suffering, then, and if you really can't fix it, then absolutely do go through with the ending of it for sure. But this is a clearing I'm hearing, right? This is a big clearing. So let us not be impatient with ourselves or others. Let's just be patient, take our time in making choices and decisions, right? Let go of what needs to be let go of because it's holding us back, it's weighing us down, right? But also in this process, we're going to learn what does matter, right? So there might be relationships where maybe there's been a gap between the both of you, or maybe there's been silences or differences or what have you. You have an opportunity to mend some bridges this weekend. So I just feel like a lot of this week has got a lot to do with putting the past behind, getting rid of past patterning, getting rid of what doesn't serve to make way for where we really are wanting to go. So interesting week ahead it looks like. And what I love about this week is that we are ultimately in control of our lives. We are the boss of our lives. We always have choices and decisions that we can make. It's up to us. But we do this in tandem with Spirit, with the universe, with the Creator. We don't have to do this all alone, right? So long story short, this week, let's get focused on where we want to be. Let's take action towards that. Let's work together with Spirit, Source, whatever. Let us not be too much in a rush to cut people off or cut people out of our lives, especially romantic partnerships. I'm hearing it's especially there. Just know we're all growing, we're all evolving, right? We're all growing, we're all evolving, we're all expanding. So let's just be patient with one another because harmony will prevail in the end. Okay, so I hope that helps you. Sending you all so much love and have an amazing week ahead. Take care and keep well. Bye.